when I discovered the emerged new worshiping community, it was led by two guys. In my head, I was like, how is a faith-based community led by two gay, polyamorous men? Curious, interested, went in.
Welcome to the Skittle Squad Podcast. My name is David Smith, and I'm here with my co-host.
I'm Paul Piper.
Hey, Paul, how are you?
Hey, I'm fine. How are you?
Good.
Awesome.
So, Schitt's Creek.
Yes.
I see your shirt today.
I told you there were three.
I absolutely love your shirt.
Third.
Fold in the cheese. You just fold it in.
Yep.
Tell everyone what that scene is all about.
So David and Myra are cooking, and they're cooking one of her recipes, I believe. And her recipe says to fold in the cheese. And he's like, how do you fold in the cheese?
Right.
And she doesn't know either. And she's like, you just fold it in. And he's like, what does that mean? And he's like, it's your recipe. You tell me, how to fold in the cheese.
Right.
For
Schitt's Creek's fans, everyone's going to immediately know about that scene. And if you have not seen that scene in Schitt's Creek, go on YouTube. You're going to find it right away. And it is so funny. Yeah. I really hope they come back with another.
I hope they do too, because that's such a great show.
Yeah, there's rumors that they might come back with another season.
I hope so.
I mean, they won so many Emmys during their last season. It's just like, please come back.
Yeah, it's so hilarious.
Yeah, I love that show so much. So, jumping into some hot topics.
Okay. This
is going to be a stretch for me. I won't speak for you, but thinking back to our 20s.
Okay.
Okay, that's going to require me to really go back. What you know now, so all of the years of experience you have, what do you think you would have maybe done differently in your 20s knowing what you know today?
Gosh, that's such a good question. So I started college. So I've said this on the show before, but I skipped my senior year of high school and went directly into college, and then did like a year of college then, and then took a real long break and did not go back to college until my mid-20s. So if I had to do it all differently, I probably would not have done that. Like I would have stayed going into college. I was also a pre-med major.
Oh, okay.
So my plan originally was to be a doctor.
Okay.
And I was going to be a cardiologist. That's what I was going to specialize in.
Okay.
But I ended up taking like a botany class that I did miserably in, and that ruined it for me. I was like, okay, if I have to know like all this science stuff, I'm not going to do very well in this field. Which is ultimately why I switched my major to business.
Okay.
So if I could do it all over again, I probably would have stayed in college right after high school.
Right.
And maybe have given the medical thing a little bit more of a shot than what I did. Although I probably would have been in student loan debt like up to my ears.
Yeah. Well,
with being a doctor.
Probably.
So
yeah, true. Well, when we think back to your 20s, were you dating men at the time, or like what was the situation?
So it was. I always went back and forth.
Okay.
It was for me. My coming out story was really strange. Like it would be. It was almost like, okay, I would date guys for a while, and then I'd get burned by a guy, and I'm like, okay, I'm going to girls.
Okay.
And then, I would date a girl and get burned, and then I'd be like, okay, I'm going back to guys. Like it wasn't until I was 30 before I completely said, okay, I'm exclusively guys.
Okay.
So it was a lot of back and forth, but I would say in college was where I first started like experimenting with that part because, again, I grew up in a small town,
right? Southern
Baptist, very strict, you're going to hell if you,
right.
do anything.
Yeah.
And so once I hit college, I was like on my own and able to do whatever I wanted to do without people telling me what to do.
Right.
And that's when I was like started to explore that part of my life. So yeah, I don't think I would change anything about that other than maybe coming out sooner, like maybe making the decision to come out sooner instead of going the back and forth.
Right.
Because,
well, if you think about society at that time, it was really still challenging to come out as being gay.
It was.
Because you were about what, 7 to 8 years ahead of me.
Yeah. So I was probably like when I went back to college, I was probably 23, 24. So, and I did hurt some people. I hurt, there were some girls that really were into me and really were in love with me that I ended up hurting because I could not be my true authentic self. And then when I finally decided to be my true authentic self, then I ended up hurting people, and I regret that. Like I wish I had.
You were doing the best job you could at the time.
I wish I had been more comfortable being my true authentic self sooner rather than, hurting the people that I had to hurt.
I unfortunately, thinking back to my 20s, I had a girlfriend through high school and the beginning of college. And obviously she was hurt when I broke up with her. But I grew up very strict Catholic.
Okay.
It was a sin. You're going to hell if you're gay.
Right.
And so that's how I was brought up. And so for me to come out as gay, it was probably like 93.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah.
It was still, very kind of controversial at the time. Will and Grace, I think, had just come out on TV and things like that. So it was becoming more mainstream. I think a couple of years after that, Ellen came out on her show. But if I had to do anything differently, what I think I probably would have done? Two things I can think of right away. I would have exercised and took care of my body better. For me, like that mental health component is I need that daily activity. And I definitely did not have that back in the day. And then I think I would have done a lot more international traveling.
Yeah, I mean, I for sure on the international travel, the weight thing, I never used to have to worry about that because when I graduated high school, I was like 110 pounds dripping wet.
Oh, okay.
Like I was very, very thin and stayed thin all the way up until about 30 when my metabolism went to a grinding halt and then started gaining all this weight.
Okay,
so,
and I've just been fat my whole life.
So it's one of those things like, are you familiar with the movie The Breakfast Club?
Yes.
So Bender says to Claire that there's two types of fat people. There's the one that were born to be fat, and then there's the one who was thin but became fat. And they always see that thin person inside of them struggling to get out. And that always resonates with me because I feel like that's why I have the body image issues that I have now because I was so used to being thin and being able to eat whatever I wanted to and never gain any weight at all.
Yeah.
And then now I struggle with my weight constantly.
Did anything happen around the 30-year-old mark?
Just my metabolism.
It was just your body changed. So,
my body just changed and I started gaining it. It was gradual. Like, before I knew it, I was like 130 pounds and I was like, okay, well, that's cool. And then, you just, over the years, you get more and it gets harder and harder and harder to lose.
Yeah, that's true for sure.
You just, Travis is like super thin over there and, at some point it's going to catch up to you. Yeah, it's going to catch up to you, Travis. Just wait. Talk to me when you hit my age. So I read that line in that Breakfast Club movie really resonates with me because he's absolutely right. Like, I think a lot of people have body image issues because they've been thin before and now they're not. And so they know how they used to be. It's a little bit of a struggle.
Yeah, I'm trying to think about that from relating to it. It's interesting for me. I've had 5-10 years in a row being really overweight, but then 5-10 years in a row being thin. And so it is for me, a roller coaster ride.
Yeah.
And it's you really are always trying to get to that thinner weight. for me, and I'm sure you could probably understand this, Travis wouldn't, is that you've got like 3 wardrobes. You've got like your
absolutely,
you've got like your one-way wardrobe that's heavier, your middle one, and then your thin wardrobe, right. And you never want to get rid of the thin things because you're going back,
right?
But then 10 years later, things are out of fashion.
No, that's exactly right. That's exactly right. So yes.
You know, another thing to think about, like, okay, if you're, you know, maybe having a bad day, like, you know, maybe, I don't know, something's crazy is happening at work, or I know this probably wouldn't happen to you, but maybe you and Rick had like a disagreement or something like that. You know, what would make you, what's one of those things?
No, that never happens.
I mean, if it were to happen, do you have like maybe a go-to thing that like will instantly make you feel better?
You know, music always makes me feel better.
Yeah,
you know, if I turn on some music, that makes me feel better.
Yeah.
You know, I've talked about this before, that one of the ways I kind of release energy and recharge is that I will just watch something as background noise, like something I don't have to concentrate on, like a reality show, or, you know, recently I've been watching like Judge Judy and those type of shows.
Well, actually, you were watching an Amish show, right?
I was watching an Amish show. Oh my God, I totally forgot about that.
And you had a real interesting fun fact.
Okay, so there is this Amish show, and I think it's called Returning Amish or something along those lines. And it's a group of Amish people that have decided to not be Amish anymore.
Okay.
But there are also people on the show that are struggling, like between the Amish world and being, you know, what they call English, which is not Amish.
Okay.
And they actually get shunned if they do, you know, things they're not supposed to do from an Amish standpoint.
Yeah, they get shunned out of the community,
Correct.
the Amish community.
Correct. That's absolutely right. So on this one episode, and I messaged you this because I thought it was so hilarious. So one of the people on the show has become English.
Right.
And she was having a baby.
Okay.
And so she called in an Amish midwife to come in and check on her and so on and so forth. And the Amish midwife said, if you have hemorrhoids, you cut up a potato and you shove it up your ass. And that gets rid of hemorrhoids. And I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, I've never heard of that before. So that's when I'm like, I messaged David and I'm like, oh my God, I'm watching this Amish show and this lady just said this. And his response back was, are you going to try it? I'm like, no, I'm not going to try it. I'm like, what the hell?
I mean, I was just inquiring. I mean, it sounded like an interesting fun fact. So I was like, well, let's see if it works.
But I was like, the things you learn on reality television shows.
That's crazy.
Like you just
That is crazy.
I mean, it is. So you got me on the 1,000-Pound Sisters. And I did watch that, and I'm all caught up on that. So,
which, by the way, I do love Amy and Tammy.
You have got to watch this Amish show.
Okay.
It is like so great.
I will check it out.
It's
okay.
so great.
All right.
Because these Amish people, like they'll go to like New York, like they're still living the Amish lifestyle, but they'll go to New York and they'll hit the bars and stuff, and they're dressed in their Amish like
they
clothes.
Go to New York City?
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
And they're in these bars and they're doing shots and stuff, and I'm like, and these people are like gravitating towards them because they're like, oh my God, it's an Amish person. Like they've never seen an Amish person before.
Well, some of them might not.
Yeah, and they're like,
that's funny.
You know, it's like
oh
crazy.
my gosh. I will need to find the name.
Yeah.
And I will need to check the show out.
Amazon.
For sure.
Look on Amazon.
Yeah.
Because it is on
so
Amazon.
your feel-good moment through the day, if you're not having a bad day, is music and maybe like reality TV.
Yeah, like a reality television show that I don't really have to concentrate on. Although when someone's talking about shoving a potato up your ass, obviously that's going to draw my attention because I'm like, what the hell am I talking about?
Oh, that is so funny. Trying to think what I would do. You know, one thing that I absolutely love doing is falling asleep on my couch at night. Is that crazy?
No, it's not crazy.
It's like if I'm having a bad day, it's just great for me to like veg out on the couch at night and just like fall asleep right there.
So that's funny you say that because when I lived in St. Pete, I lived by myself and I haven't lived by myself for a while. It's either I've been with somebody and I lived with them, or I had roommates or whatever. So I had not, this was back around the time that my mother passed away. And so I lived by myself, and I hadn't lived by myself for such a long time. And it's scary, you know, because you're in a place by yourself. You don't know, especially if you just moved there, you don't know the area, you don't know your neighbors, you don't know. So a lot of times what I would do to feel safe is, my bedroom was in the back of the apartment.
Okay.
It was a 1-floor apartment. I would sleep on my living room sofa with the TV on because it was closest to the front door. So if I had to like leave for whatever reason, you know, I could easily leave. So it's funny that you say that, because I have had a habit of
I
doing
find
that.
comfort in it. I just really do. It's just like, my chiropractor hates that, because then I end up, it's just not, when you get into your 50s, it's just not good for your neck alignment. And then I'll wake up and then my like right eye will twitch for like 24 to 48 hours because I slept on the couch. But it's always fun.
But your couch is comfortable. I've been on your couch.
Yeah,
so.
it is comfy, but oh my goodness, that's just like my cuddle dream, is just falling asleep on my couch. I just love it.
Are you one of those people that has the TV on in the background, or do you have to have like total noise?
You mean like if I'm home alone, or if I'm falling asleep?
If you're falling asleep.
No, if I am falling asleep, usually it's going to be Three's Company, or there's going to be a
that's the way I am too.
Real Housewife showing on in the background. I have to sleep with
the TV on in the background.
Right.
Like, I'm not the type of person that, you know, can sleep with, like Rick wants it totally dark, and then he wants that stupid machine on.
I do
that
have
has
a sound
the
machine
rain
in my bedroom
coming down.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm like,
does it have like the crickets and the frogs and the birds
it's
and all of that?
It's just rain.
Okay.
But when I first moved in, it was ocean waves. And then for some reason he decided to switch it to rain.
Okay.
But and then
Are you able to sleep with it now?
Well, by the time he goes to sleep, I'm already asleep, because he doesn't go to sleep until like 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, you guys have totally different schedules.
Yeah, he's a teenager.
Okay.
He's up until 1 or 2 o'clock, and I'm in bed by 8:30, 9.
Yeah, and you get up.
And I get up at like 4
or 5 a.m.
4 or 5 a.m.
Yeah, that's early. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So 2 totally different schedules.
Well, I think we should probably go ahead and take a quick break.
Yep.
And we're really excited for our next guest, Vyn Suazion. And stay tuned. We'll be back in just a moment.
Fam League is Tampa Bay's ultimate adult social sports league, bringing together kickball, dodgeball, pickleball, bowling, and more in a fun, social, and all-inclusive environment. Whether you're here to compete, connect, or just have a blast, there's a place for you in this community. We're proudly LGBTQIA+ inclusive and welcome players of all skill levels, from themed tournaments and sponsored bar nights to bar Olympics and watch parties for your favorite sporting events. Fam League is more than just sports and events. It's a family. And they accept old people like David and muffin tops like me.
Welcome back. We're excited to introduce our guest today, Vyn Suazion.
Hey.
Hi, Vyn.
Hi. Thank
So
you
happy
for
to have you here.
Thank you. I'm very grateful to be seen and be here.
It's absolutely a pleasure to have you on board today. I'm so excited to everything we're going to talk about. So Paul will make fun of me, but I do often say you do wear a lot of hats. Entertainer, advocate, director, host. If someone's just meeting you, like, how would you describe like what you do?
So I first and foremost am a entertainer. That is my prime career. I like to take my career in entertainment and bring it towards the reality of our world. So I play very heavily in mental health advocacy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Excellent. So when you think about your journey as an entertainer and a mental health advocate, like how did that begin? Like how did one thing lead to the other? So
my process of discovering myself really started in the process of discovering who I was as an entertainer.
Mm-hmm.
As a trans individual, being raised as a young girl, and also in my family in particular, we have entertainers all through my mom's side of the family.
Oh,
So
okay.
there's like a particular expectation of what an entertainer gets to be like what a successful entertainer looks like. And in the process of understanding where I found joy in music, in dance, in connection with people, with community, I struggled to find who am I as an entertainer? What kind of entertainer am I? Who's my audience? That kind of thing, right? And then started to really learn the binaries of entertainment and where I did not fit. So I found the drag scene when I became an adult. And it was up in Atlanta. I did high school up there, and when I turned 18, went to this, it's no longer there, but it was a lesbian bar called La Buzz in Marietta, Georgia.
I know La Buzz.
Do you?
Yes.
Oh my God. Yes. It was so great of a place.
I
so
know
great
La
of a
Buzz.
place. The Murphys, Jonathan Murphy and Debbie Murphy, they owned the place at the time, and I am still to this day very grateful for the way that they held it down. But I discovered drag there. I came across a drag queen named Monica Van Pelt. Asked her what it takes to be on the stage, and all I wanted to do was be on the stage. I just wanted to entertain people because I was a good musician and I knew it. And I started seeing the entertainment factor, and then I saw Drag Kings, and I was like, I'm confused. And from there, I was like, dive in, discovery. And fast forward to moving down here to Florida in 2015.
Okay.
I landed in Newport Richey and sought community, got connected with Pasco Pride, and that's really where I started to dive into community service and really take on entertainment as the route to connect with people and understand how we can further what love looks like, what community looks like, that kind of thing.
So were you a performer at La Buzz? Because now my wheels are turning and I'm like, did I actually see you perform?
Maybe, I don't know.
Because I lived in Atlanta for 14 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
I had a very fun and slightly unhealthy lifestyle there. I lived in the apartment complex right across the street. We would pregame there and then go to the show. I was one of their house kings.
Okay.
But I didn't get into drag until they did the Project Drag King competition.
Yeah.
And that's when I competed, and that was a 4-month-long competition every Thursday night. And from there is when I really started to take entertainment in general seriously.
Gotcha. Such a blast from the past.
Right? Thank you for connecting with me on that. Wow. Very cool.
So it's interesting. So you've got this entertainment or entertainer role. Then you have the advocate role. So you're really putting those together to kind of probably spiral them up and make them stronger, both of them, right?
Yes.
Now, you're a key part of Emerge New Growth.
Yes.
And Project No Label. So you're in leadership positions there, right?
Yes.
So what inspired you to kind of take those leadership positions there?
So with the Emerge New Growth community, we actually started as the Emerge New Worshiping community, branched under the Tampa Bay Presbytery.
Oh, okay.
In the time that I connected with them, I was in a space of my world where I was incredibly just mentally low, financially struggling, community-wise just struggling, not knowing who to trust. And then with finances being low, that was also an inability to get into any sort of mental help, right? And really started to question my faith. I was born and raised Roman Catholic. As a Filipino, that's very common. And my relationship with God very much faltered as I grew older and understanding who I was, where science didn't fit in faith, that kind of situation, right? So when I discovered the Emerge New Worshiping community, it was led by 2 guys, Charlie and Jeremy Russo. And in my head, I was like, how is a faith-based community led by 2 gay, polyamorous men? Curious, interested, went in. It's funny because there's this thing that we say in Emerge, and it takes forever for people to come to try it out. They can get invited a bajillion times, and once they try it out, most of the time we never leave. And
that's great.
It's a beautiful breath of fresh air of people that are facilitating a safe space for healing and growth. We learned very quickly. I stepped into leadership for them in February of 24.
Okay.
And I am grateful I did. I got to learn very quickly that this was a community that struggled with faith, that was not a Christian-based community. And so very quickly I needed to make changes in accountability for the community. And it's nothing of like the previous leaders' ends or anything like that. It was just understanding that there's a growth happening, right? We wanted to understand how to facilitate safety and community in conversation, in people, in ourselves, right? And the Tampa Bay Presbytery has been more than loving and joyous with our growth and has let us go with loving arms and has kept us in loving arms just the same. So we have their full support in branching alongside Project No Labels, where we can access the opportunity of connecting with all of our people of all walks of life, and also being able to educate our straight community in how normal we are as human beings, whatever normal means, right?
Right.
Aren't we all normal?
Right.
So I usually I ask you to give a shout out to all your, connects online at the end of the session or, show today. But for folks that want to get more involved with Emerge New Growth, can they just Google it, or how do they find?
Absolutely.
How do they get involved with that?
So right now we are active on our Facebook and our Instagram.
Okay.
So you can find us on Facebook.com/Emerge Community.
Okay.
And then on Instagram, you can find it at Emerge_NGC. If you are listening to this right now and you are in a space of questioning what faith is in your life, and if you are questioning if you are deserving of love, the answer is yes, and we are here to show that to you.
Wow, that's great. Thank you for that messaging. That's very powerful. Now, we had Claire from Project No Labels on episode 1, season 1. So this is a while ago.
I know. I
Such
love
a
me some
great
Claire.
human being,
Oh,
right?
God, don't make me go on and on about how much I
Great
love
human
her.
being.
But let's talk a little bit about Project No Labels, because you're in Pasco County.
Yes.
The previous episode that we had Scott Simon on, and he was sharing some of his mental health issues. And so maybe just tell folks about what is Project No Labels and how they can utilize it if they need to.
Project No Labels is a nonprofit organization that actually is branched here in Tampa Bay. There's a branch in Pasco, which is now the hat that I carry as a director. And there's also a San Diego branch.
Oh, that's great.
There's a San Diego
Okay.
chapter hosted by our friend Sin. And Project No Labels, the mission is to play, is to have fun with our community and be able to educate our straight allies. And the intention is to provide community, right? We have a relationship with Cypress Wellness in a mental health program called Dear Self, You Are Worth It. And they provide low cost mental health support and 3 free sessions.
Oh, wow. Okay.
In Pasco, we are looking forward to creating that same relationship with Rainbow Family Wellness that is currently located in Tarpon Springs. That's the closest place to us that is willing to partner with us in that space. So I'm looking forward to creating that space of resource. The intention is to create more resources for our LGBTQIA plus community in Pasco County. We lost so many during COVID, and the rebuild of that has been a genuine challenge. I'm grateful that Pasco Pride still exists up there. Super grateful that Emerge is up there, because we host not just for our queer community, we host for all of our community, which is a beautiful space of diversity and marginalized community. So with Project No Labels, us being branched under them just gives us a beautiful opportunity to exercise what else could community discover? What else could community learn?
Wow.
How else can we
powerful.
heal? How else can we grow?
So Pasco Pride, is that at the end of June or?
No, so we actually have a date. I'm
Okay.
excited for it.
Okay.
In the past, we've held it on a February. We've held it on an October.
Okay.
Things get crazy in our city. Pasco County is what I like to call a Red Sea. And so we have a date this year for September 27th.
Oh, fun.
It's going to be taking place within different businesses in Newport Richey downtown.
Oh, great. So September 27th.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, that's great that you guys have a date.
I know.
That is exciting. I know. It's interesting because, this area in Tampa Bay, it's really large, but as we all know, the focus is always Tampa and St. Pete. And so Pasco County, Sarasota, like areas like that, they don't really get as much exposure. So it's really great to hear that for sure.
Absolutely. There is a bubble that is very apparent in Tampa and in St. Pete. In the past, I've gotten the opportunity to step into roles of leadership with St. Pete Pride. My intention in doing that was to really learn and understand how to have confidence in building that same realm of support up in Pasco County. We're now in that time, fast forward into the future, where we're able to bridge the gap, and I look forward to that growing more.
Well, let us know how we can do that and help you bridge those, connections, because that's really powerful and important for the community.
Thank you.
Especially up in Pasco, getting them connected with that bigger bubble down here.
Yeah. Well, what y'all are doing now is beautiful. The fact that I'm very grateful to have been invited to connect with y'all first and foremost.
Oh, thank you. We're happy to have you here.
I just got. You see that? That's real. You see those goosebumps? Those are real.
Oh, yeah, you got major goosebumps.
Yeah, no, these are real
intense.
signs for me. These are like real universal signs.
Yeah.
And what we're doing now, putting ourselves in a position where we can openly connect, openly share love, and openly educate ourselves and each other.
Right.
This is exactly what we need more than anything. We need to get people to understand that conversation is healthy, that uncomfortable conversation is necessary, and that there is a beautiful grace that happens when we can connect in those ways.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's what really the show is all about, is just bringing awareness to the community, supporting the community, and really learning about things that we don't know about. There's a lot out there, and I'll just speak for myself. You get into your daily grind, you get into your daily bubble, and sometimes you've got blinders on and you don't see everything else. Like Paul's microphone that was on the left of me.
The bubble, right? The bubble.
Yeah, stay out of my bubble.
Anyway, so that's really what we want to try to do.
That's true, though. You're absolutely right. And it's interesting to bridge that to the reality of the world, right? Our bubbles are here, but we don't pay attention to things until it pokes our bubble.
Right. That's really true.
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
But everybody's bubbles are getting burst now.
Yeah.
Everyone.
Yeah, I think for sure.
Everyone. Yeah. Everyone's bubbles are getting burst. There's no point in us thinking otherwise. The reality is that everyone is unsafe, and we get to be safety for each other.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's dive in really quick, because you have a new song with J. Maya.
I do.
And it premiered at St. Pete Pride.
It did.
So tell us, because unfortunately I did miss that. So tell us the messaging about it and what you hope it delivers to the community.
So let me just go ahead and say that have y'all met Jay?
I have.
J. Maya is one of the most beautiful humans on this planet. They are extremely profound in spirit and in light. They are so incredible to hug. So if you ever get to hug them, it's a beautiful feeling. And they're an incredible musician. When they came to me with this instrumental and some lyrics, they were like, this sounds really anthemy, I really want to go with this. Like, what do you think? I hope you like it. And I dove into it. Oh, I'm getting him again. See? Look at that. That's real. I'm getting him again. I dove right into it when I heard the instrumental. It really felt like an anthem. The message of it truly states, stand up, stand tall, because the best days are in front of you and you've got to hold on.
Oh, I love that messaging. Stand up and stand tall. And, I really go back to that bubble analogy. People are in their comfort zone.
Yep.
And they're just used to their Instagram. They're ordering on Amazon, ordering Uber Eats. They've got their little friend group. And that's it.
Yeah.
That's all they want to do. And so I love hearing that messaging. I'll just speak from my perspective. It just is just a great awareness to, pop that bubble. And learn more. Yeah.
Jay and I are both very confident in our faith. We both have our own relationships with our God, right? And we see in our faith communities where people choose to stay in their bubbles. And although they feel safe there, they won't be safe there long. Not with the way our world is going right now. That's the reality of it. And it's beautiful to see when people choose to share light with each other and choose to see whose bubbles have been burst, if that makes sense. I'm very grateful for Jay's willingness to be the powerful human being that she is, to be able to courageously go, let's do this on stage. Let's share this with everybody. Like this is about this might save people's lives, and we really believe that.
Now, is it on YouTube or is it streaming anywhere? The music? Or?
Not yet. It will be soon.
Awesome.
It is also still currently untitled.
Oh, okay.
So
awesome.
we're excited to have it soon. However, I have music that share beautiful messages similarly, and you can find that on Spotify and on Apple Music and on all streaming platforms.
Is it under your name?
It is. You can look up Vyn Suazion on Spotify, and every time you stream my music, you actually contribute directly to Pasco Pride. So I hope you enjoy it.
I want to do that.
That's absolutely amazing. Definitely tune in and listen. Now, again, speaking of multiple hats, you are also the host of the monthly Mix and Mingles at our bar.
Yes, it's going to be new.
So tell me really quick, where is our bar?
Our bar is in Port Richey. So it is a lesbian-owned bar in Pasco County.
Oh, awesome. Okay.
Yeah, and it's so exciting because we've lost all of our spaces that are like safe for our LGBTQIA plus community, like our bar spaces. So to have one back is like super cool.
Oh, that's super exciting.
Yes.
Okay, great.
Yes.
Okay.
Val Halley and Donna Halley are the owners, and it is right on US 19 going north.
Okay.
It is a cute place, honestly. And beware, because there's slot machines.
Oh, okay.
Which is either exciting or dangerous, you know?
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
Well, that's cool. Okay. Well, I know I'll find you.
Yeah.
No,
I'll be hosting the Mix and Mingles there every second Sunday.
Okay.
The first one is actually going to be, actually, this is going to be August 6th. Presenting, right? So the first one is going to be tomorrow, but every second Sunday.
Every second Sunday. So what can folks expect if they do go to a Mix and Mingles event?
Oh, love, community, goodness. I hope that they can come with the intention of experiencing what a good feeling community can be like. You know, I feel like everybody's looking for that nowadays, especially up in Pasco County. So I hope that they can come and see that they can just be authentically themselves and not feel judged in any kind of way being there.
Wow, that's powerful.
Yeah, and have fun.
Ooh,
and dance.
You're really
with
hitting
me,
my heart hard here in a good way.
I hope so. I hope so.
So how do you create balance in your life? Because you're doing so many things. Do you have like a daily routine that you follow to kind of keep you centered and grounded?
Yes. It's so vital. It's so necessary. However, I will admit that I didn't always have this. So a life coach is incredibly supportive. Shout out to Lissa Bradford. She has saved my life, genuinely. Project No Labels, the mental health support that I've received from Dear Self, You Are Worth It, literally saved my life.
Wow.
I believe a relationship with a therapist is important. And sometimes for people it's temporary. Sometimes it lasts a longer time, and not everyone has the same timing. So I invite that level of grace. My morning ritual with my coffee and my fur babies is extremely vital and nearly like not nearly non-negotiable. It's entirely non-negotiable. It's actually incredibly frustrating when it gets interrupted.
Oh no!
Yeah. So I have 2 cats and a German Shepherd mix at home, and there's a real love that comes from that. And I'm also a holistic canine nutritionist, so there's like a real love and training that happens in our home. So they are all very understanding of like chemical balance and anxiety, depression, and things like that.
So holistic, nutritional, what was the
canine coach?
Okay.
That's interesting.
Yeah, so can you maybe tell us about that? Like, what is that? I'm feeling confused.
Right, I know, because I'm already sharing so many hats that I'm wearing. Right. Side note, another hat that I do wear, which is a business that I have that I have just really fallen in love with. It is the Canine Experience. I am a holistic canine coach. And it's basically dog training with empathy and feelings.
Okay.
Yeah. So I have private students, and I get the opportunity to really just support humans in building a realistic relationship with their dog that they imagine. So.
Oh, wow. Okay. Well, that's powerful. That's
Love,
something
trust,
I did not know
bond.
existed. Paul, any questions from you?
Right. Random, right?
Well, I was just thinking about that because I have 3 fur babies at home.
Yeah.
And one of them has started like all of a sudden experiencing like anxiety, like severe anxiety, like shaking and wanting to be under my desk and wanting to, and I'm like, what is going on with you? Where you're all of a sudden being anxious, like, you know, it's.
I'll be happy to connect with you on it. I think it's important to understand connection and relationship.
Yeah.
Our canines are a direct reflection of us.
Yeah, I was going to say, do you think it's possible they're picking up on energies that are in the household?
That is a possibility.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
that is a possibility. I, for my journey in life, for my career that I chose in entertainment and in mental health advocacy, my peace in my home involves my cuddle times. You know what I mean?
Right.
And it's like those moments of pause and of like genuine love and no expectation are so necessary, even for us humans. So to have that, and also like your animals don't judge you. They don't care who you are. They don't care what you do. They just care that they get fed and that you cuddle them.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, how can you not?
Right.
Yeah. Wow. Getting such I'm an energy person, and your energy is just radiating like love and warmth. And it's like I'm such an energy person. It's like I
He
could
is
just,
an energy person.
Yeah, I could just sit here and like soak up your energy for the rest of the day. So, anywho, let's kind of maybe move to something maybe a little bit more. I don't know what would be the right word. Maybe a little bit more controversial as far as, you know, our current social and political climate.
Right.
So, you know, you're saying really, you know, as we were talking earlier, you know, we're basically facing a lot of challenges right now. What do you do in all of your positions as a leader? You know, what are you doing to kind of move forward through all of that? What challenges are you finding right now out there?
So I'm just going to go ahead and talk about what we talked about earlier, if that's cool.
For sure.
So I am part of the Story Hour group up in Pasco County. Every second Saturday, we host Story Hour with Stephanie Stewart, and Pasco Pride partners up with the Community Congregational Church. We partner together to host a Story Hour every second Saturday from 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. We have volunteers that come to support us in the process, indoors and outdoors. And the greatest challenge that we experience in that are protesters. People that believe they are doing the work of God by sharing hate and pouring hate onto other entities, organizations, whatever, right? People that think that they're doing the right things. One of their slogans is God warns, right? Which is in my own opinion, not great.
Yeah.
So y'all take that with a grain of salt.
Right.
Our intention is to connect with our community. We understand that our community has families. We understand our families have kids. We also understand that our families look for things that they get to do together. So Story Hour is a really awesome opportunity for families to come without the worry of what's going to happen if their family is authentic. We have coloring books on the table. We have snacks. We give away free books every single time. The kids can basically walk away with however many free books they want, which is awesome. The Paperback Exchange bookstore off of Ridge Road in Pasco County is also an incredible support. They sponsor our books, and they have been incredible in this journey. And they also used to host our Story Hours. Unfortunately, because of all the insanity that has happened from our protesters, we have had to move from that venue, and we paused for years before we could feel safe enough to bring it back into the picture.
Okay.
It was the Community Congregational Church. It was Pastor Victoria that came to us and asked us, is this something that we could host here? We, after many conversations of like, hey, this is the reality, like we're gonna face this level of oppression we have before. We don't expect it to get any better. Are you sure you want to do this? And they, without hesitation, were like, yes, because this is for our community. Like, we love all people.
Yeah.
And this shouldn't be any different.
Wow.
So I'm very grateful for the courage that they stand in this process, and very grateful for the families that come and trust us in this process. Super grateful to the community and volunteers that support us on the outside in keeping our community safe, right? We really don't engage with them as much as possible. And we have volunteers outside and inside just to make sure that everyone is safe. So super grateful for our team. And we have a confident team now, thankfully. It took a minute to build up to what to expect and what to keep safe and what joys we can keep consistent. So now that we have developed this awesome team, we truly look forward to having families to host. We truly look forward to sharing good times with everybody.
Wow.
Yeah.
So everyone can go there and feel safe.
Oh, yeah,
even
absolutely.
Though there's protesters.
Absolutely. We welcome particularly, obviously, families with kids. This event is particularly for that kind of atmosphere. And if you're interested in being a volunteer, you can reach out to Pasco Pride, and they can absolutely walk the process.
Wow. Okay. That's really powerful.
Yeah. But we experienced the struggle to circle back. We experienced the struggle with the police department. We're very grateful for the few police officers that do experience empathy with us, and we're grateful for the educated ones. There's a reality that there are uneducated police officers and there are lazy police officers. Is this the camera?
Yes.
That's your camera.
I have no hesitation in saying there are lazy police officers and that y'all need to be educated. Very grateful for Officer Wilson in the Newport Richey Police Department because he is educated and that he was a great support to us today.
Oh, great.
And I am very much in the space of we need to educate our police department. They need to serve and protect all of their people.
You know, it's interesting because, you think about saying yes, for sure, right. But then we think about, like, how can we educate the police department? Like, what's that next step? What do you think?
That's a beautiful question, and I'm glad you asked. It is as simple as sending an email to the right people. It's as simple as staying present to what the city that you are living in, the town that you are living in, what's going on in y'all's demographic of law, right? It's as simple as connecting with your community and just it's as simple as this.
Yeah.
Me connecting with you and going, hey, Dave, what's going on in your life? What's on your plate?
Right,
what can
right.
I do to be in support and love to you?
Like popping the bubble a little bit. Pop the bubble, get out of your comfort zone, write that letter, write that email, get out there.
It is the willingness. There is such detriment in doing nothing. There is such detriment in doing nothing. I understand the people that stay in the space of safety by choice. I do understand that, and I'm not taking away from that. And at the same time, if you're looking for your bubble not to get popped by staying away from the problem, your bubble's going to get popped, and you're going to be part of the problem. And you are part of the problem if you do nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. So, that was deep.
Big, right? Yeah, heavy, deep. I love you. Thank you.
But I think it's a necessary conversation.
Yeah.
And I'll just speak from my personal, reflection on it is, you do want to stay in your bubble. You do want to stay safe. You don't want to go out of your comfort zone. And so, I take that personally as, a call to action.
Right.
Not only for myself, but then hopefully all of our viewers watching can also find that step of action that they want to take that resonates with where they are in their life.
Absolutely.
So I absolutely love that.
Now, I'm no saint because I can absolutely admit that I have stayed very comfortable in the bubble that St. Pete has given. And it's just a different world in St. Pete. You can walk down Grand Central and not be worried about your safety as a human being, right?
Yeah.
Which is beautiful. It is not the same just driving up 19 North,
Right.
So I don't have very much room to talk, quite honestly. However, I'm very grateful for the people who keep it conscious in my mind that bubble can be, that radius can be stretched. It can be bigger.
Right.
We can all be in this safe bubble together once we realize that everyone deserves safety.
Yeah.
Like, hello?
Right. Oh my goodness. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Paul, any other questions you have before we get to the wrap up here?
I think you just hit on the key point of why we have this show is that we are out here to educate, to bring people together, to join the community together, to make people aware of some of the challenges that we face. And you hit on every single note of that, of why we started the show the way that we did. So
Awesome.
So
Thank you.
Thank you so much for being on.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Yeah, if you want to leave maybe one last message for everyone watching today, maybe for people that feel stuck or invisible, like what would your message be to them at this moment?
If you don't see why you deserve love, you don't need to see it. You already deserve it. I see you. I love you. Stay kind, stay loving, and stay open to all great possibilities.
Wow. Thank you for that powerful message. Really appreciate you being on today. Now, if this episode goes sideways, who are we blaming for that?
Oh, Morgan Lashade, all the way. Entirely his fault. Morgan, if this episode is bad, it is like your name is all over this.
Yeah, I definitely will blame Morgan, even if the episode.
We should make stickers.
Yeah,
we should.
It's Morgan's fault.
I love that.
Well, there we go. Maybe that's a t-shirt for you. It's a t-shirt for Paul. It's Morgan's fault. You know we love you, Morgan, but it is your fault.
Right.
All right. Well, is there any other socials that you want to call out maybe that we didn't hit that you want folks to know about as far as seeing what you're up to or your organizations you're involved with?
Yeah, absolutely. So my personal socials, you can find Mr. Vyn Suazion on Instagram and on Facebook and on TikTok. On Instagram and TikTok, it's IAM_MRV.
Okay.
You can find Mr. Vyn Suazion on Facebook as well. You can just Google me, actually.
Yeah.
And I hope that you find good things. If you don't find good things, I'm guilty.
Paul, any final words from you?
So if you would like to be a guest on the show, or if you'd like to be an advertiser for the Skittle Squad podcast, you can reach us at contact@theskittlesquad.com.
Thank you, everyone, for listening and tuning in today. Please follow us on our socials. On YouTube, please subscribe, Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. We're there. We're here for you. And thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.
Bye.